Good morning. Welcome to your program agenda. I'm your host, Cito Beltran, thanking you for joining us today on the 4th of December 2023. It's a Monday. I can't seem to find the agenda monitor here, so I'm just going to have to wing it this morning. Anyway, welcome and thank you for joining us. Thank you for being subscribers of Cignal TV, channels 8 and 250 for One News. And of course, thank you for those of you who watch us via Facebook and on YouTube. Today, Monday, December 4, 2023, we are going to be talking primarily about tourism, and first to be focused on for under the new administration will be a program that seeks to revive tourism in the north. But more on that later. But for now, let's go to our daily starter. And today's daily starter is from the author and financial guru, Dave Ramsey. Now, please pay attention to our daily starter because we have something that should speak to all of you, given that the bonuses are about to come in. Chris, a 13-month pay is about to come in. There's a lot of urge for gift giving. Gab, if you would, please flash our daily starter, please. Okay, so I can't seem to see that on the screen, but okay, there we go. Finally, we have it on the screen. Just because something is on sale doesn't mean you have to buy it. Dave Ramsey. Okay, marami po sa inyo. There are a lot of you who will be going to stores and outlets, etc. And this is quite popular abroad, where they have Black Friday sale, Thanksgiving sale, etc., sale here, sale there. But Dave Ramsey, who is a well-known but also now growing to be controversial, a financial advisor, because he pushes people to save, not to spend ridiculously or recklessly. So just because something is on sale doesn't mean you have to buy it. And many times, in many places in the Philippines, they will put sale, but it's not really a sale. They just discounted from distributor price to retail price, etc. Pero hindi pa rin po sale. So be careful. Just because it is put on sale does not mean you have to buy it. Okay, let's now go to the front page of the Philippine Star. It's a very disturbing morning news. And the front page headline is Terrorists Eyed in MSU Bombing. Okay. Authorities are eyeing the involvement of a terrorist group in the explosion that killed 4 people and left 45 injured during a Catholic Mass inside the Mindanao State University Gymnasium in Marawi City, Lanao del Sur. The president has condemned the Marawi blast because MSU is in Marawi City. BBM condemns Marawi blast, and authorities suspect that it could be the probers are trying to determine if the attack is connected to the killing of 11 members of terrorist group Daula Islamia in Maguindanao, including its declared leader Abdullah Sapal last December 1 or last Friday. So yun po, no? Pinagtagpi-tagpi. The authorities are piecing everything together. President Bongbong Marcos has suspects or calls it a terrorist attack from a terrorist group. from abroad, foreign terrorist group, the local police and armed forces are looking also into a connection with the killing of the another terrorist group. At the top of the front page on the header, magnitude 7.4 quake rocks Surigao del Sur, one dead. A powerful magnitude 7.4 earthquake jolted Surigao del Sur at 10:37 p.m. on Saturday. Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology (PHIVOLCS) Director Cito Beltran said expecting damage to infrastructure. At least one casualty was reported. Ayan po, yung pictures you see there are people getting out of hospitals and buildings and staying in the open area. At the bottom of the front page, statement issued from U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on Saturday declares 2023 as a decisive year for U.S. defense strategy in Asia. Lloyd Austin declared in this decisive decade, 2023 will be remembered as a decisive year for implementing the U.S. defense strategy in Asia. We're making our force posture in the Indo-Pacific far more distributed, mobile, and resilient. We're helping our friends build up their own capabilities to defend themselves, and we're working with our allies and partners like never before. Yeah, truly, that is the case because the Philippines has allowed American access to four more Philippine facilities. Okay. Meanwhile, Pinoy seafarers from Russian missile hit ship return home. 14, sandali. Anong 4? 14 Filipino seafarers who were among the crew of the marine vessel struck by a Russian missile in Ukraine have arrived and are now reunited with their families. Meanwhile, last but not the least, 135 Chinese vessels swarm Julian Felipe Reef, according to the Philippine Coast Guard. Yan pong nakikita ninyo dyan, hindi yan higad dagat o alupihan dagat. Yan po ay mga barko. Those are ships, Chinese militia vessels, interlocked and anchored at the Julian Felipe Reef in Palawan within the Kalayaan Island Group. And I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I'm wondering why those ships have those booms in their tail end. Parang nakita ko yan doon sa reclamation area sa Manila Bay. Mukhang pang-reclamation yata yan. Anyway, that's all the news we have on the front page of the Philippine Star. We'll go for a quick break, and when we return, we will talk about tourism, and let's help promote Philippine tourism. And me and my wife are doing our part. We have guests here today. For this next 2 weeks, we will be traveling all over the Philippines. And it took 10 years to convince them to come to the Philippines. We finally have them here now. We'll be right back here on Agenda.
The year is not yet over, but the Philippines has already exceeded its international arrival target for 2023. The country's goal was to reach 4.8 million international arrivals before 2024. And as of November 27th, the Philippines has notched 4.82 million international arrivals. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco reported that international tourists contributed 404 billion pesos to the country. She said this emphasizes the important role of the tourism sector in the economy. To further attract foreigners to visit more tourist destinations in the country, the Tourism Department recently launched the second North Luzon Travel Expo. It is also DOT's bid to ensure the further recovery of the tourism industry in the northern and central parts of Luzon. Let's further discuss this initiative on today's agenda.
Jovi Ganongan is the director of the Department of Tourism Cordillera Administrative Region since March 2022. Armed with 29 years of government service, Ganongan also previously served as DOT's officer in charge of the region.
Good morning, Director Ganongan. Welcome to the program Agenda, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Magandang umaga po, naimbag na bigat from Baguio City dito po sa Norte. Thank you for inviting us, Sir Cito Beltran. It's a privilege and opportunity to be here in your show. Salamat po.
Thank you. And Jovi, I guess first question for many of our viewers, gaano na ba kalamig sa Baguio ngayon? Do you have any idea? Nag-13 na ba or it's still in the low 20s?
Alam mo, malamig na ang Baguio ngayon, Sir Cito, no? We're actually starting to feel the Christmas breeze, no? At masaya tayo dahil marami pong umaakyat dito sa Baguio City at nag-umpisa na rin po yung mga activities natin lined up for Christmas, yung Enchanting Baguio Christmas. So, akyat na po. Actually, naranasan na rin natin yung 13 degrees, no? But right now, I think the weather is about 15 degrees.
Okay, now, Jovi, Director Ganongan, may we know, because you are the director for the Cordillera Administrative Region, and many people, especially down south, they're not too familiar with the regional scope there, the provincial setups. What is under the Cordillera Administrative Region for the DOT?
Yes, ang Department of Tourism, Cordillera, as a region, composed of 6 provinces, no? Of course, Baguio City, ang ating regional center, no? Is the only chartered city in the region. But sinasakupan din ng Cordillera region ang Mountain Province, no? Kung saan matatagpuan ng Sagada, no? At Bontoc. So these areas are in Mountain Province. At kung matatandaan niyo yung Kalinga Province kung saan nandoon ang ating the oldest mambabatok si Apo Wangod. Sa Kalinga naman yon. And then of course yung Benguet, which is just very proximate to Baguio City, no? Ito yung ating salad bowl of the Philippines kung saan matatagpuan yung mga farm tourism sites and others, no? And then Abra also. Ang Abra, akala ng lahat sa Region 1 yan dahil malapit lang siya sa Vigan, but it's actually part of the Cordillera region. At kasama din ang Ifugao, no? Ifugao, which is the location of our UNESCO Living Cultural Landscapes, ang rice terraces of Ifugao or yung Banawe rice terraces. At of course, yung Apayao, no? Considered the last ecotourism frontier. At ito, napakalapit din ito sa Region 2, Cagayan Valley, but it's still part of the whole Cordillera Administrative Region. At masasabi natin, ang Baguio City is considered the gateway to the rest of the Cordilleras, but some provinces can be reached through other airports that are outside of the Cordillera, like Cagayan Valley. The Tuguegarao Airport, you can easily reach Kalinga and Apayao through the airport in Tuguegarao, no? And of course yung Abra through Lawag City, pwede ka ring makarating ng Abra from Manila, no? Very easy.
Hindi ko naisip yun.
Black region, Sir Cito. So any part of Luzon, you can reach the Cordillera region.
So you have Tuguegarao Airport. That's you have Kawayan, di ba? Kawayan
And
Airport
also
ba? Oh.
Kawayan, Isabela. You can reach Ifugao, no, via Kawayan, although there
Mhm.
is another airport there that's in Bagabag, which is the nearest airport, no? But then wala tayo pang flights, no,
Mhm.
na so but it can be reached via
Okay.
chartered flights.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You're supposed to be promoting tourism for the Cordillera area, or is it for the Northern Luzon? Ano ba yung second tourism program na nakwento sa akin nila Gabi?
Alam niyo sir, yung Cordillera is one destination. But of course, ang strategy kasi natin ay we are not just promoting by region, no, especially when we're doing international tourism. North
Mhm.
Luzon or North Philippines can be one destination. Kaya kailangan talaga we have a network with other regions para makagawa tayo ng mga circuits na tinatawag or mga package tours that would connect areas in the Cordillera and
Mhm.
areas in Region 1 and other parts of North Luzon. Actually, it can also be inter-regional, no, not just North Luzon, but we can also connect with other regions of the Philippines like Palawan, Boracay, Cebu, and other very popular areas, especially when we talk of international tourism and of course domestic tourism then.
Okay. So, what is the second North Luzon Expo?
Yung second North Luzon Expo, Sir Cito, is actually a national event, no? Nung una, ginawa natin ito sa Clark, Pampanga, yung first North Luzon Expo. So, ang agreement of the North Luzon regions ay to host parang alternately, no? So, nauna ang Clark and then we have to bring it to the Cordillera region. Um, And this is actually a destination showcase of all destinations in the Philippines, but highlighting the treasures of North Luzon. No, so
Mhm.
and then we wanted to make or let our tourism stakeholders access it, no, lalo na sa Cordillera kasi yung ating mga marketing platforms, yung mga tourism fairs natin, national or international, hindi naman lahat ay nakakapag-join, no? So we wanted to make it accessible for them to showcase their products and services. So
Yeah,
so we
because
hosted here in Cito Baguio.
yeah, because nauso na yung mga the Airbnbs have become so popular, and I know that for the Cordillera, because my wife and I and some friends, si Roy and Techi, we all love to drive all over Cordillera. So I have seen quite a number of new mini hotels, business hotels, mga resorts, and they're popping up. But you don't really hear much about them in terms of the mainstream media or in the news, except for social media. So, ayan, you're doing those programs so that they can also participate and be known.
Tama po, Sir Cito, no? Kaya nga yung North Luzon Tourism Expo natin, we were able to actually host about 86 exhibitors, no?
Mhm.
Ito galing ito sa mga tourism establishments in general, mga hotels, kasama ang mga homestays. Actually, yung Homestay Association natin here in the city of Baguio also joined it. And then mga airline companies natin, mga travel agencies and tour operators. At isinama na rin po natin yung mga MSMEs natin. You know, Cordillera, for instance, is very popular when it comes to weaving. So yung mga weavers natin from the communities were also able to join the North Luzon Tourism Expo. At since ang positioning din ng Norte ay about pagkain, yung gastronomy tourism, lalo na ang Pampanga and of course yung Region 1, no, yung
Mhm.
Ilocos region, ano rin popular sila sa mga pagkaing Ilocos ng mga
Okay.
pinakbet, et cetera, no. At yung Cordillera rin kasi ang sa amin naman sa Cordillera is really all about indigenous food, no. So all of this, we're given the opportunity to really showcase what they have and also in a way reinforcing yung positioning natin as a destination of choice na kung saan marami kang pwedeng gawin, marami kang pwedeng experiences na
Okay.
may offer sa mga tourists.
Let's talk about that now, Jovi, because when we read about Abra, it's always not good news. It's either politics, it's either people fighting with each other, etc. But if people were to ask, ano meron sa Abra? What attractions are there in Abra? Because very little is known about Abra, really. I've been wanting to go there, but no one can answer my question. So you're the Cordillera person. Maybe you can help us learn more about Abra and promote Abra.
Alam mo, Sir Cito, ang Abra, napakalaki ng potential nito in terms of adventure tourism. I don't know if you have seen yung Kaparkan Falls. Ito, napaka-unique ang landscape niya. But it's very seasonal nga lang. Pero ito yung parang number one na pinupuntahan ng mga turista doon. And there are many rivers and falls in Abra, no, yung
Mhm.
RRB's waterfalls, etc. And ito, adventure tourism lang ito, but they are also popular in terms of cultural tourism. Meron tayong mga 16th, 15th and 16th century churches in Abra. Alam nyo parang ano kasi ito, parang extension din ng Ilocos, vegan no? So,
Mm.
yung Spanish influence, you can really see also in Abra. And don't you know that yung si Jovi Garcia, yung isa sa mga Gamapa awardees natin, ay hails from Abra. Yung maker of the tinatawag natin na katugong, no, na recognized as a living cultural treasure din, no? So ito pinapakita din natin na isang point of interest when you travel to Abra. At saka yung pagkain din ng Abra, pagkain Ilocano din It's actually a mix of highland food and lowland food, we call it. They have
Mhm.
chicharon, mga ganon, no? Influence ng Ilocano lowland culture. And then meron
So,
tayong
but
pinopromote actually
is Abra lowland or hilly? Kasi most people, pag sinabing Abra, mainit dyan, ayoko dyan. Or is it like Ilocos or what is it like?
actually both ways yan, Sir Cito, no? Yung Benguet, which is the capital of Abra, is lowland, no? But may
Mhm.
mga upland areas tayo sa Abra, like when you go to yung going to Kalinga, yung boundary ng Abra and Kalinga,
Mhm.
yung Malibkong and Baay Likwan Baay, no? Ito napakaganda, parang Baguio City nga ito, Sir Cito, no, if you go there. Napakaraming yung forest nila talaga ay really preserved pa at malamig. Malamig. And we're actually promoting parang mountain cookout and
Mhm.
camping in that area. So napakaganda rin ng road connectivity to that area. Para kang umaakyat ng Baguio from Benguet when you go to Baay Likwan and then
Nako, meron
proceeding
na
now to
ako
Kalinga.
Meron na ako marirecommend sa inyong grupo, yung mga outlanders, yung mga mahilig mag-camping, puro sila naka 4x4, they like to cook out, etc. So I should tell them to connect with you. So there are places in Abra, kita mo na, we don't, that's why I enjoyed this job when I interview people like you because we don't know. We don't know about Abra. So it's the capital of Abra is Bangued,
Okay.
and it looks more like vegan and lawag because of the Spanish influence. But then the connecting area between Abra and Kalinga is much like Baguio, cooler weather, higher elevation. But question, what about roads in Abra? and connection between upland destinations like Kalinga or coming from the lowlands. Magaganda ba ang mga kalsada sa Abra or kailangan mo talaga ng 4x4?
Alam mo, you will be surprised kasi yung connectivity rin, lalo na yung Abra to Ilocos Norte, napakaganda. Napakaganda po, and meron lang tayong portions yung sa Abra to Kalinga Road. Meron lang tayong portions na hindi maganda pero nasa pipeline naman yan ng DPWH na to na i-complete within the next few years, no? But generally yung interconnectivity ng mga towns or municipalities within Abra are really good, no? Thanks to the tourism road projects din, and of course yung efforts din ng local government units and yung DPWH natin, paved ang karamihan sa mga kalsada within Abra and actually within the Cordillera in general.
Yeah,
so, nagpapasalamat tayo.
Yeah, we saw that coming from Nueva Ecija all the way to Sagada. The roads were beautiful. We didn't experience any rough spots, so that's very accurate. Now, we'll go for a quick break. When we return, we'll talk more about North Luzon tourism, the second North Luzon Travel Expo, but particularly in Cordillera, because I know a lot of our friends are going up north, especially after Christmas or before the New Year. We'll be right back here on Agenda.
The tourism department has been actively spearheading initiatives to elevate the profile of Philippine tourism on both national and international fronts. Just recently, the DOT tapped Miss Universe Philippines 2023 Michelle D as the country's tourism ambassador. The move aims to leverage her influence to attract global attention. The DOT is also touting the Philippines as a Gulf destination, seeking to capitalize on the lucrative sector of Gulf tourism. Secretary Cristina Frasco envisions the Philippines playing a pivotal role in this flourishing industry. Frasco likewise emphasized the DOT's dedication to enhancing the standards of the Philippine hospitality industry. Through upskilling programs like the Filipino Brand of Service Excellence, the DOT aims to double its efforts after having already trained 100,000 Filipino workers. Let's discuss these efforts further on today's agenda.
Okay, with us is Director Jovi Ganongan. I hope I said that correctly. Ganongan of the Regional Director DOT CAR or Cordillera Administrative Region. Jovi, let's continue with the features for the second North Luzon Travel Expo. What are the offerings of Cordillera or the CAR region for the Travel Expo? Ano yung mga particular na pinopromote nyo?
Thank you once again, Sir Cito. No? Of course, ang Cordillera Region, ang positioning talaga natin ay more on the nature-based and cultural tourism. No? Of course, kasama din yung adventure tourism dyan. No? We take pride of our UNESCO World Heritage Sites, no? Yung Ifugao Rice Terraces. And we're also pleased to announce to you that we're actually enhancing and empowering communities. Meron tayong yung community or tourism village awards, no? Because we also want to be positioned as an you can visit villages and immerse yourselves in the culture of the Cordillera, no? So ito actually yung isang na-feature natin sa North Luzon Tourism Expo. Meron tayong mga identified cultural communities in the Cordillera that are ready to actually host visitors and tourists all over the region. So across the region, sa lahat ng probinsya, meron tayo.
When you say host visitors, that means they will stay there, they will sleep there, commune, live with the community?
Definitely, no, ganun lang pwedeng mangyari, Sir Cito, no, like halimbawa, existing na very popular village in the Cordillera, if you have heard about Batad, no, Batad Rice Terraces Village in Ifugao. There are actually existing homestays there, no, so you can actually live in one of the yung traditional huts na tinatawag namin sa Ifugao, yung bale, no, yung very traditional na house. And not just that, also we have Hapaw, yung tourism village natin in Hongduan, Ifugao, who also just won in our recently conducted search for best tourism village, no. So the same thing, you can stay there, be with the locals, also joining their festivities. Meron silang mga village festivals na talagang very authentic, no? It's not actually even for tourism purpose, but it's actually their way of life. So you can be there, hindi siya curated, hindi siya talagang orchestrated for the purpose solely of tourism, but it's really something that they do on a daily basis or on special occasions. So lahat po ng ating provinces ay meron tayong mga na-identify na mga ganito, no? And yung search for tourism village award natin, which we actually highlighted during the North Luzon Tourism Expo, ay i-present natin, no?
What is the situation in terms of accommodation? Because I know in Sagada, if you go there on a holiday, peak season, good luck. Unless you book 3 months ahead, good luck na laang. But fortunately for us, we managed to find a homestay, a beautiful home, beautiful couple there. So we were happy. But it took us quite a while to find accommodation, even in advance, because sobrang popular like Sagada, Baguio. What are the alternatives for tourists who are coming in? Do we have, well, first question, Are there enough hotels, homestays, accommodations? Because you're promoting tourism, and always there will be, a surge. Meron na ba? Marami bang bago, etc.?
Hmm. Speaking of Sagada, no, this is actually a cultural tourism area, no. So yung capacity talaga natin ay very limited din, no. Although meron tayong mga regular hotels, may mga homestays tayo, may mga lodges tayo, but
Mhm.
they can only accommodate as many, no. That is why ang advice natin sa mga bisita natin, hindi book in advance, no. But we are offering other destinations outside of Sagada also. They can go beyond beyond Sagada. They can even stay in Bontoc kasi they also offer similar experiences like yung trekking, rice terraces, also communing with nature. No, so yun naman ang Sagada experience, no. So and as I've mentioned, yung Sagada, meron silang actually so to control also the influx of tourists and to manage properly, lalo na sometimes may problem tayo on congestion din doon, no? Kasi gusto talaga lahat umakyat, no? Very,
Traffic.
very limited ang space, traffic, etc. But then, meron sila actually, Sir Cito, na ordinansya, no? Na yung
Mhm.
walking ordinance ng Sagada na like you can park in your designated hotel or in a designated parking space, but you have to walk around Sagada, no,
Mhm.
going to the tourism sites. Ina-encourage talaga yung walking because that is precisely the purpose of why you went there, no. Yung
Yeah.
talagang experience mo yung the village life, yung ganyan, uh yung ambience, yung tranquility of the destination. And similarly, ganun din naman yung mga ibang areas natin in Cordillera.
And there are tribal cultural controls. I was asking about buying property in Sagada and some other destinations. Up in the Cordillera, I was told that there are tribal practices where they do not allow the sale of property or of land unless you can prove your lineage or mapapatunayan mong kasama ka sa angkan nila, that you actually come from the families of those in the Cordillera. So only the people who were originally from there can own land, buy land, and build. Yung iba puro lease lang.
Yeah, tama po yan, no. Actually, it's their way of preserving their culture din and then their properties or their land, no. Alam mo naman dito sa Cordillera, napaka-importante yung land ownership, no. So
Mhm.
in a way it's also avoiding yung parang control of outside the outsiders. We call them outsiders siguro, control over their land, no, kasi
Mhm.
it's just a small community. You can just imagine kung mapasok nga naman siya ng a big corporation or big company buying all yung majority of the land, no, because they can afford, no. So yes, of course, yan naman ay talagang nirerespeto din ng karamihan, no. So when you go to Sagada, most properties are really owned by them, no,
Yeah.
unless nga as you have mentioned, you really are from there and you can prove that perhaps you are married to a local or yung ancestry mo ay Cordilleran or
Mhm.
Sagada, no.
Okay, now may I ask Jovi? Okay, we've talked about Abra. You said Abra is a combination of Lawag, Vegan, and Baguio, and very rustic. A lot of Spanish influence. Now, do you have a suggested route for people who want to do a tour of Cordillera? Because in Tarlac, when I was a judge several years for the Belenismo, we had the route. We would start with dinner, early dinner, and then we would traverse all the participating towns in Tarlac, and we would finish at 3 in the morning. But in terms of car or the Cordillera region in promoting tourism, do you have a recommended itinerary and travel plan? Or unahin niyo muna ang Baguio, ganito, ganon, etc.?
Oh, yes, not really, no. Kaya nga yung as I mentioned, yung North Luzon can be taken as one destination na you can actually connect. Halimbawa, itong Abra, you can go to Vigan, Ilocos, or Lawag, and then traverse Abra, and then go as far as Baay Likwan, which I have already mentioned, and then mag-exit ka sa province of Kalinga. And then you can already explore yung mga tourism areas in Kalinga. You can visit yung Awichon Village, Cultural Village. And then also yung weaving communities natin in Lubuagan, Kalinga. And then you can even actually go as far as Buscalan Village, no, where Apo Wangod village is, ne? And then you can either go back to the Cagayan area and exit from Tuguegarao Airport to Manila. Or kung pwede ka pong umikot, kung nasa Kalinga na, you can actually go to Bontoc. Napakalapit na po ng Tinglayan or Lubuagan towards Bontoc. And then you can go to Sagada and then exit now to Baguio City. Via Baguio City ka na. No? So
Yeah.
Baguio City can be your parang last stop, no, for shopping, etc. So you can fly.
Yeah,
you
because
can travel by
we've
land,
done
no?
that.
So,
Yeah. When I was doing training for BMEC, tinuhog namin yun eh. We went to the Banawe Rice Terraces, we went to Sagada, we stayed in the Banawe Hotel. But we haven't talked about the Mount Data Lodge. Marami kayong mga government hotels.
Yes, yes. From Sagada, actually, pwede ka rin mag-drop by to Mount Data Hotel nga po, no? Para hindi medyo hindi malayo. Like from Sagada, it would take you about 5 to 6 hours to Baguio kasi. So we recommend a stop in Mount Data Hotel for rest and recreation. Because meron na rin silang offer on yung traditional massage, no, when you are in Sagada, yung dagdagay, no? So in a way, you can have a glimpse or a feel of the Cordillera experience, no, through wellness, no. So, and then of course, it's a very cool area. So, and then you can actually meditate in the morning. So, all of these activities can actually be arranged and can be put together by our local tour operators. But you can also do it yourself. So, yun naman ang kagandahan po niyan.
How reliable is public transport? Because that's what I discovered with excuse me, with the young tourists, ano, itong mga pamangkin ng misis ko na tiga Netherlands, eh, they really just want to do it on their own. Ayaw magpaturo. Sabi ko, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. But how reliable are public transportations? How safe are they? Kasi di ba may mga kuminsan overpricing, but I think in the Cordillera the integrity and honesty is still very high.
Alam mo, yan ang isa sa mga pinagmamalaki natin dito sa Cordillera. Talagang generally honest naman po, lalo na yung mga drivers natin. And we have a lot of available transport or bus companies flying Baguio to Sagada, and then there are also jeepneys flying Sagada to Bontoc, and then Bontoc to Banawe, but you just have to really know the schedule, no? Kasi it can be parang it's not an everyday, hindi siya express, no, Sir Cito. So yung scheduling lang. Hindi siya express. Pero yung medyo malayo na, like for instance, I was mentioning about Abra to Kalinga, I think that's kailangan mo talaga ng your own transportation dyan, no? So, but meron tayong mga accredited naman na mga vans, no? Mga DOT accredited tourist transport operators that can really guide you in your entire travel, not just in Cordillera, but the whole North Philippines.
Okay, we'll go for a quick break, Jovi, and when we come back, let's continue our discussion promoting the North Luzon tourism here on Agenda. Welcome back to your program Agenda. We are continuing our conversation with DOT Director Jovi Ganongan of the Cordillera region regarding the second North Luzon DOT Expo. Now, Director, welcome back, and let's now talk about this project of Secretary Frasco regarding promoting the Philippines as a golfing destination. I know that in your region, you have one of the most well-known, most played course in the Philippines, which is the Baguio Country Club course. Can you talk about what program or project you have with them?
Yes, alam mo, napakasaya natin dahil yung golf tourism is now being adopted or being pushed by our tourism secretary, no, our Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco, and ongoing pa until now yung ating Phil-Am golf tournament. It's been the longest running tournament in the whole Philippines, no? And we are happy to inform you that we had more than 1,400 golfers, no, playing for 2 weeks already, and it's really good for the economy. And as you have mentioned, yes, Baguio Country Club is the main golf course here in the city of Baguio, including that of the Kamjanhe Country Club, no, and we also have the Pinewood Golf Course. So yes, ang Baguio City is also a center for golf, no, in the whole Philippines. So and our ang ating
So hiwalay
theme
pala,
dyan, for instance,
hiwalay pala Director Jovi yung Janhe tsaka yung Baguio, no? Kasi marami sa amin iniisip isa lang yan, magkadikit eh. But yes, you're right. So you have the Baguio Golf and Country Club course, you have the Janhe. Ano yung Pinewood na nabanggit mo? Where is it?
This is at the Santa Lucia property, Sir Cito, no? It's actually along Marcos Highway, yung going
Mm.
to the Asin Village, no?
Yeah.
Uh, towards Tuba. Towards
Uh-huh.
Tuba, Benguet. Ito malapit ito sa Ben Cap Museum, nung Ben Cabrera Museum, no?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
ito ay open to the public, no? Unlike of course yung ating Baguio Country Club at saka yung Camp Janhe, they are membership clubs, no? But
Mhm.
then since we're pushing for golf tourism, uh, we will have to collaborate with them so that we can actually promote it for the public as well, no? And it will not just be for the Phil-Am Golf Tournament, but throughout the years pwede naman talaga siyang open, not just for members but for golf enthusiasts, not just within the Philippines but all over the world, no? So
Yeah.
happy tayo, and we're really looking forward to collaborating with them, no, to push this further.
Okay, what about other areas in Cordillera? Sa Ilocos ba? I mean, the former president Ferdinand Marcos Sr. was a golf player, and I would imagine that golf would be something that's available in Ilocos. Meron ba doon?
Ah, I think meron naman tayong mga golf courses in Ilocos. Actually, napag-uusapan nga din namin ito with our counterparts in Region 1,
Mhm.
Region 2, and Region 3, lalo na yung Region 3, no? Kasi they have
Mhm.
several golf courses in Clark, Pampanga, yung
Yeah.
Mimosa, yung Fontana, etc., no?
You also
Ah,
have Subic.
yes, and Subic, no? So, pupuwedeng mag-circuit 'yan, no? Kasi I know you're also a golfer. Lahat ng
No,
golfers
no.
gusto niya
No,
talagang
no. I'm not a
ay,
golfer.
so lahat kasi talaga gusto nila i-try, no? So notwithstanding, and iba-iba ang ano niya, ambience niya. Like for instance, tayo sa Cordillera in Baguio City is really the cool weather that we are proud of.
Mhm.
Yung backdrop niya, mountain, and it's also good to connect it with other golf courses within the North Luzon area. And we're happy dahil meron tayong mga flights going to Clark, so we can target actually international golfers from Singapore, from Malaysia, and all of these low-lying fruits, as we call them, yung ASEAN market natin, and then
Mhm.
explore the golf courses within the north, and also yung other areas din in the Philippines like Cebu and others.
What is the situation for the airport? Because I remember 1 or 2 years ago or last year, this year, pinag-uusapan na yung rebuilding the Loacan Airport. Is there anything on the table regarding that?
Alam mo, masaya tayo dahil at least napansin na rin ang Baguio Luwacan Airport, dahil we have an existing flight actually, Sir Cito, no, yung Cebu Baguio, no,
Mhm.
meron tayong flights diyan. But then again, ang concern natin is yung reliability nga, no, yung efficiency din ng yung connectivity, and we have to push really for the modernization of the Baguio Luwacan Airport para
Mhm.
it can accommodate yung mga flights from other areas, and magiging ano siya, ang tawag natin ay visual flight rule. Yung bang kasi 'pag umambon o kaya very foggy ang city of Baguio at medyo umulan ng konti, cancel po yung flights natin, no? So,
Mhm.
uh, and we're happy na ang DOTR, Department of Transportation, ay nasa pipeline na nila yung modernization. So hopefully by within the year maumpisahan na yung development of our Luacan Airport. But again, in our talks with the DOTR National, they are actually looking at other areas in Cordillera where we can be able to put a large airport to cater to yung growing number of visitors coming to the Cordillera. Hopefully, magkakaroon tayo. Yan po ang isa sa mga dreams po natin, no? Kasi nakiki-airport lang tayo din sa other regions, no, within within the north, no? So mabuti rin kung may accessible na airport going to Ifugao, going to Mountain Province, and all of these beautiful destinations we have.
Okay, well, I'll give you now the chance to invite our viewers to come to the Cordillera and also to participate in the second North Luzon Travel Expo or travel program. Director Jovi.
Yes, first of all, of course, I would like to thank all the exhibitors, yung consumers natin who came and joined us during our North Luzon or second North Luzon Travel Expo here in Baguio. We actually had no less than our Secretary of Tourism, Secretary Cristina Garcia, as our guest of honor and speaker, and inspired all our tourism partners to really push for Philippine promotion, no? And so kami naman po sa Cordillera, we are here, we have a lot of things to offer, no, when it comes to tourism. Not just our parks, especially in the city of Baguio, but we have meron tayong ini-introduce ngayon, Sir Cito, no, yung creative tourism. Kasi nga ang Baguio City ay UNESCO Creative City, na when you come to Baguio, immerse with our local artists, maybe you can learn a craft or two, like weaving, painting, pottery, and all others. Marami po tayong po pwedeng i-offer, and those are actually can also be experienced when you go in tourism villages all across the region, no?
Okay.
Aside from the nature-based tourism na very common sa atin, yung climbing mountains and trekking, and meron din tayong forest bathing, just to mention, no? Even in cities, you can immerse within the forest, no? Kasi problema natin ngayon, 'di ba? Mental health, yung overall health conditions, and these are actually other offers or
Okay.
outside of the box
Yeah.
offers in
Pasensya na,
tourism we have.
Director. I'll have to cut you because
Yes.
we've run out of time. Thank you, Director Jovi Ganongan, DOT CAR. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat for the opportunity. Salamat po. And please visit the Cordillera region, not just Baguio City, but all provinces in Cordillera.
Okay, let's now go to our closing message for this week. Gab, if you would. So teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Satisfy us in the morning with your loving kindness, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Psalm 90, chapter 90, the book of Psalms, verses 12 and 14. That's it for today. I do hope you will take that to heart. Number your days. We will not live forever. Be thankful for what you have. Enjoy the day. God bless all of you. Please keep Team Agenda in your prayers and kindly keep it here on One News.